Hello everyone, TAC1421 here. Welcome back to my countdown series to Call of Duty Ghosts. Today is day number 14. We have 14 days left until the release of Call of Duty Ghosts. And today we're taking a little bit of a break from the multiplayer scene. The last 16 days we've talked a lot about different things to do with the multiplayer, different guns, different perks, different kill streaks, etc, etc. And now we're going to take a little bit of a break and we're going to talk about the campaign and stuff like that. Tomorrow we're going to cover achievements, which will also give us a little bit more insight on the campaign itself, but we're going to cover that tomorrow. Today we're going to purely talk about the campaign, and before we do that, I'll talk a little bit about Call of Duty campaigns in general. So first off, this is going to be the 10th campaign that Call of Duty has put out. This is the 10th Call of Duty game, so this is the 10th campaign. And the campaigns are very good in my opinion. I started playing the Call of Duties purely because of the campaign, and then they started putting out multiplayer, and Call of Duty 4 really changed kind of the scene, and that's when I started kind of gearing towards multiplayer more than the actual campaign. But I've played most of the campaigns. I primarily play them one time through really quickly, and then I try to go back and I try to beat the campaign on the hardest difficulty and get all the achievements in the game. That's why I love achievements so much. I really try to go after as many as I can, and I love doing that in the Call of Duty series especially, and we go from there. So anyways, for this campaign, we're going to go ahead and read an article that I found on the internet. I feel like that's probably the best way to kind of describe this campaign, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the article and what I think will be in the game as well. In the comments down below, if you want to leave what your favorite Call of Duty campaign was, as well as maybe if you have a favorite mission and stuff like that, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below, as well as what you think about this campaign. So let's go ahead and get into this article here. So the Call of Duty Ghosts campaign is set to occur 10 years after a devastating mass event. The United States of America is no longer a superpower with its economy and government in ashes. The remainder of the nation's Special Operations Forces, the Ghosts, fight a newly emerged technology superior global power, not for freedom, not for liberty, but simply to survive. So basically, the United States is no longer a superpower. There was a mass event that kind of wiped out the superpowers in the world, especially the United States, according to this article and kind of what's going on. I'm going to link in the descriptions a trailer to the campaign, so it kind of leaks some information here and there. You kind of get a glimpse of what's going on, but there was a mass event. We don't really know what that is, but we know there was one, and it kind of messed up the world as we know it today. And as far as the government goes for US, it's in ashes. The government kind of doesn't know what to do. They're all over the place, and the Ghosts are the Special Operations Forces kind of put in charge to stop things and kind of take control and fight for survival of the of themselves, I guess, and basically of the people of the U.S. and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I think that's really nice. The Ghost, obviously, it's entitled Ghost, so we're gonna have lots of stealth missions, I feel. And to go with the question of the day, one of my favorite missions of all time was in Call of Duty 4, when you had to be that sniper and you had to go through just kind of. It was a sniper mission. I don't entirely remember exactly what we had to do, but you kind of had to go through and be really stealth and take out enemies and stuff like that without them seeing you. So I hope there's a lot of missions like that in this campaign. I feel like there is going to be. Let's go ahead and continue with the article here. Players are able to peek around cover while still being able to fire automatically, mantle objects, and customize their character. So this is kind of cool. We have not seen. You've never really been able to peek around cover and kind of still be able to fire. They do that a lot in a bunch of other different war-based games where you can fire around cover and stuff like that. So I think that's cool that they're putting that into effect here. And also the character customization in game. We saw that in Black Ops 2. They did a really nice job with that, I feel. And it was kind of a new thing that they brought to the campaign where you can customize your guns and your weapon sets and whatever you wanted to customize. So that's really awesome. I'm glad they're kind of continuing with that and bringing a different feel to the multiplayer, or not the multiplayer, the campaign with Call of Duty Ghosts. And then finally, it is stated that players will be able to activate environmental hazards rather than the hazards automatically activating without player interface. It will also allow players to do some hidden submissions, which will result in new twists in the campaign storyline. Campaign is linear, but hidden submissions will be Easter egg-like, and they will be unlocked if players pick up certain objects or do specific actions. I think this part of the article was the thing that got my attention the most. I really like this. I love Easter eggs when, in the zombies mission, there's zombies, they have a bunch of Easter eggs, and I always found that really fun to kind of find. And we'll get into achievements, like I said, tomorrow, and we'll probably find out kind of what some of these Easter eggs are, and then when the game comes out and released, we'll probably be able to find these Easter eggs for ourselves, and I think it's going to be fun to try to find these Easter eggs. But that's pretty much going to do it for this day. We talked about the campaign. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will say one thing. Watching the trailer, there was some space missions, and I really think that's cool. I don't know how it's going to work out. I recently just saw the movie Gravity in theaters, and that's a pretty cool movie. That's an entirely other topic, but I think that was really cool how kind of the space stuff works, and I wonder how it's going to play out in this campaign. This kind of the stealth and the space aspects working together, as well as fighting on U.S. grounds and seeing how the landscape has changed from this mass event, as well as what that mass event is. But that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow we will talk about achievements on day 13, one of my favorite topics. So stay tuned to that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.